Minus it for money
Roll call,
today.
sir.
Commissioner Buckley?
Here.
Commissioner Gallagher?
Here.
Commissioner Peters?
Here.
There's a quorum present.
As you wish, please stand for the pledge and the. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Clerk, please.
Most gracious Heavenly Father, we thank you today. As we come before you, we ask wisdom and guidance on the decisions that are made here today. We also ask that you give justice in the Middle East and then therefore after that create peace. We also ask today of your divine blessing and healing for one of our own husband, Rhonda's husband, Vic, that give her strength and him strength to face the challenges ahead and hold them in your bosom. And all these things we ask in your Son's name, Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen.
Amen.
Okay, you see the consent agenda on the board. It has been published. Motion to approve.
Motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
I'll second.
All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Thank you. First item is the bid opening for the mobile data terminals.
No bids.
No bids, okay, that answers that one. Hiring new assistant prosecuting attorney. Blake?
So hold on.
Oh.
Sorry.
This just came. So we have one bid. I'll open it, put it here.
I was supposed to say park it, Blake.
Bob Johnson's computer stuff. Bid will be laying out here and we'll look at it and find out if it's acceptable. If it's not, we'll shop.
Okay. Thank you. Now, Blake, you're up.
Well, I mean, as probably know, we have a grant in place right now, we have a grant position open. So the office has some 5 lawyers, we have one grant position that's been sitting vacant. We got the budget, probably about 4 months ago. Trying to find another lawyer, somebody who's qualified to go to Kansas State, we started a lawyer. I came across, it was approached by one of my assistants, who was approached by this attorney that we're looking to hire. He's asking, what would we do if we had a lawyer who was not just a mid-level attorney, but one who's handled a lot of child sex cases, a lot of murder cases, and a lot of experience in our community, actually. So, okay, so she comes back and tells me who it is, and it was Sarah Jackson, who had been the district defender in this area, covering 20 lawyers for the entire area for the past, district defender probably the past 5 years, before that, public defender, general public defender. She left that office in April of 2023, went to Franklin County, and reached out to us in this position. So, basically, right now, she's getting paid about $87,500 for in the defender's office. Well, we've got the grant money available for, the total grant is about 87. We're asking for 88,000 salary, which is about what she's making. So with her, she's gonna help us our backlog. The types of cases we have are very, very serious cases, and for some reason they have backlog. We have a huge amount of them. She won't be able to help us with quite a few of them because she was the district managing public defender. But all the cases that came in, that were not charged by the time she left the area. So in April, maybe we had, it wasn't charged before April. She's free to cover for us. And anything that was not handled by a public defender, years before that, she able to help us with that. So we're talking a tremendous amount of experience. And more important, she's actually very familiar with all of our judges. All of our lawyers are aware of some process works here. It's supposed to have to train everybody from the ground up on just how to walk into the courtroom or what courtroom to go to. She's going to know it right off the bat.
I read a resume, it was impressive. Oh, okay. Motion?
Make a motion, we hire a new assistant prosecuting attorney for $88,000, Sarah Jackson.
Effective when?
That would be, the start date is the 19th, I believe it is, the first Monday.
Okay.
That's part of that motion?
Yes.
Okay.
Start
Okay,
date.
second?
I'll second that.
Question?
Just to clarify, this
Yeah.
is all out of the 24 budget. It won't affect the current year.
Okay. All right.
Blake, I do have one question. This will definitely help your office in the future on
Right.
protecting child.
You know, as far as, we're a new office, so everything we start from the ground up. At the beginning of the year, we started walking in, I had one assistant prosecutor left over from previous administration. We have been trying to get lawyers all throughout the entire, and you've been very helpful with us getting a competitive salary, so we'll be able to get some quality lawyers, and we have every single one. We've gotten 2 young lawyers came in, starting from the bottom, really applied themselves, doing a great job. One had his first jury trial already, but they are nowhere prepared for the complexities that you find in these child sex cases or murder cases, but sex cases are very difficult given the circumstances of those cases. So those two different types of cases have left with me and my first assistant, and they did that well for quite some time. It's quite overwhelming, so this would be very much welcome.
Well, I think the commission here would like to say, with the police, since we come in to help them and to help you, that, you know, you're combined, you work together. I mean, I'm all for that.
Okay, any other questions, comments? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Blake.
Thank you.
Okay, MOPER renewal, this is the auto and liability coverage.
Sorry, guys.
Tom, take the first.
I gotta take 1 minute.
Okay. You see it on the board, what it is, it's nearly $600,000 for the year. This is, again, auto and liability insurance, 23% increase over last year. Motion? Yes.
Yeah, two things that are reflected here. One, insurance across the board, just about nationwide, is up about 18%. Ours is up higher than that because our incident rate, in particular with the sheriff department, is high. So, I mean, that's what they base your rates on. So, it's up, we're up 22.75%, but we don't have a heck of a lot of choice.
Kevin, will this go down in the future if we combat some of that?
I think the rate of increase could go down. I couldn't anticipate everything going down because I think we can only slowly increase down. If the amount of claims would go down, we may not go up as quickly, but when overall insurance is going up 18%, I doubt if this would track from that.
Did I get a motion yet?
No.
No, okay, just.
I'll make a motion that we approve the MOPR renewal for 2024 for $595,582.
I'll second.
Hey, any questions? Bob?
Do we know what claims that we paid last year?
Well, I don't understand the question, you mean?
Well,
The
we're
nature of the
paying
claims?
almost $600,000 for insurance, and I'm just wondering, what did the insurance company pay out last year for its claims?
I don't have that in front of me, but I think it was 117%, wasn't it? Something like that?
And we were over what they charged.
Yeah, 117%, I believe.
That's therefore the increase.
I didn't lay that out in front of me, but I believe that's the number I got.
It's still.
Could really help give on the amount.
Maybe that's just next one that I saw. Okay. Does that answer your question, Bob?
Yes, sir.
Okay, any other questions? Okay, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye, thank you. Another insurance situation, workers' comp renewal, and this is $346,520 for 24, and last year was 42% less, so. Motion?
Well, go ahead.
Motion.
I'll explain this one.
I'll make a motion, we accept the workers' compensation renewal for $346,520 for the year 2024.
Okay, second?
Second.
Questions?
Be happy to explain this one for you. We've got work comp problem. We've got one that's already, we're into over $400,000. And I point that out to the employees because when you have this type of increase, it affects our budgeting and it affects everybody's potential for raises in the future or anything else. We cannot have a six-figure raise in our work comp claims every year, and once again, we've paid out more than that. Everybody said, well, go bid it out. Well, once they see our claims, they're not so excited about it. One of them, when we got, it was less when they didn't factor in our claims for next, they have to put it in for next year. That becomes problematic, because then when they do that, then it even shoots up worse. And they don't have the history, at least this company has a history where it wasn't as bad as it is right now. It's like you can switch your car insurance, but if you've been with that company for a long time, switching it the year you have an accident, you got another one next year, you may really be paying huge. So anyway, it's high, but we have to have work comp insurance.
This is that one I saw, it's 1.17 experience modification.
That's right. The other one, we don't have a full year on, it's just that our payout, at the current rate of payout, we would be above, and that's how they figured it.
Okay. Questions? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Thank you. Okay, permission to apply for a grant, Mr. Nick.
Director. We're looking to apply for the EMPG mini grant. It's $50,000 non-matching. We're gonna use it towards to continue our tornado sirens. Last year we did apply for $50,000, we got 25. I hope this year is at the full amount for the 50,000. It's non-matching, and it has to be completed by July 31st of 2024.
All right, motion?
I make a motion, give permission to apply for the FY 22 EMPG mini grant, which is the Emergency Management Performance Grant for, for us for a non-matching $50,000 grant,
Maximum possible.
maximum, yeah.
Okay, second?
I'll second that. Now, Nick, I did wanna ask you, our two that we had for last year, are we getting both of them or one?
We got, the ones we got last year, both of those are up.
Okay.
The ones there in Terrelac Mills behind the West County Elementary School.
So these here will be positioned more or less in the south end?
Yes.
That's okay.
Farmington tests every day, every Monday at noon.
Yes.
Will these be tested the same?
Yes.
Same
The
time?
ones we have now are, everything's set off through dispatch, so they actually control it. They sign it off, they got a system that knows when it's supposed to go off, they do the noon test, so as long as we're connected back with them, yes, the noon test.
So
will-
pushing that one button does them all?
Yep. They don't have to push a button, we got a box that does all.
Oh, fancy, okay.
Well, then one thing about the weather we've been having, these are nice to alert people.
Okay, did I get motion second?
Yes.
Any other questions? Bob?
Where would this one be located?
For this one, we're looking, possibly in the Hunters Ridge area around there. And for the second one, we really don't have the plan is to put two in next year. We don't have a definite spot where the second one's gonna be at yet, but it will be, like I said, towards the south somewhere.
Would it be possible to get one possibly down around that way?
Libertyville?
I'm sure we'll
That's
find
where we
it.
need it.
You're just worried about me now.
Well, they have nothing down
Yeah,
there.
we can definitely look at it. I'm not opposed to it.
Okay. Any other questions? Yes.
EMPG means what again?
Emergency management performance grant. Okay.
Any other questions? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye, thank you, Nick, I think you're up next, yeah. Okay, stick 'em.
So here in the county, we have a system called Rate. It sends out text messages, emails, phone calls whenever there's bad weather coming through. It's a no cost to the citizens. We just have to pay a yearly fee for it. And you can sign up and get whatever alert that you need or don't want. And there's the breakdown. For a 1-year contract, it's $13,578.30 per year for 3 years. Total $943.80, and for the 5 years, it's $12,690, or $12,690. I would like to go with the 5-year agreement, because we're gonna save about $14,000, a little over $14,000 if we go with the 5-year contract, rather than doing it year by year. I think last time we did a 3-year contract, so we haven't had any
Wait a
problems.
minute, how does that equate to 14,000?
So the total contract value, if we do the 5 years, is $63,450.
Okay.
Then if you take the 12,690 times it by 5, it should be about 14,000 less. Is what the figures are giving.
Anyway, with that kind of money per year, you think you could teach them to pronounce St. Francois County?
I wish. Probably ain't gonna happen.
Okay. All right, did I get a motion on this yet?
Not yet.
Okay, motion?
I'll make a motion that we approve the renewal of the RAID contract for the 5-year contract of $12,690 a year for 5 years.
I'll second that.
Do we need a total on that?
I don't think so.
Okay. All right.
It's a you thing.
And I will say, I don't know, does any of you in here, do you have this on your phone? It is handy. You pretty well know what's coming up. It's a very useful tool.
This also covers our rate panic button that people on the phone or here, so that's included in that price.
Okay, any other, Bob?
Is this currently in your budget?
Yes.
Any other questions?
Nick, will they also continue to come in and check those buttons?
That's a different button system.
That's the,
Yeah,
so that's not,
No, it's not the same one
That
as
wasn't mine.
the actual handheld. This panic button's on your phone.
okay.
I want
That's
y'all
why
to
I
know,
was-
my phone's turned off.
Because we're still working in.
Okay, any other questions? All in favor, aye?
Aye. I seconded it, yeah. Sorry, I thought I did, I'm sorry. If not, I seconded that and then aye.
Okay, so that was done, right?
Yeah, I think it's
Okay. Election canvas is, Kevin, what'd you call Kevin?
Yep.
Want to talk about this, Kevin?
Yes, it's something that's required by law every 2 years. It updates your voter rolls. That's when you get your vote here thing. Here's my official voter ID, which is completely useless now because you can't use it currently because it doesn't have a photo on it. They won't let us put photos on it. But it's nice for you to know where you're supposed to vote. Then we track which ones we don't get back in. That's what helps us with updating our voter rolls because if you remember when I first came in here, we had hundreds and hundreds of people that were inactive. And that, to me, that's where your risk is, to have all these people that are inactive, haven't voted in the last 2 federal elections and have not responded to at least 3 of these type of inquiries. After that, then I sent them a letter saying, we're gonna take you off the voter rolls. You can come back in and re-register if you like, but you haven't voted in the last 2 federal elections or none of the elections in between local elections, and you've not responded to the letter, so therefore we're gonna take you off the voter rolls. So that's what this purpose is for. We used to then collate it with the Postal Service, but now we just do it manually because they wanted another $4,500 to do that. This is up, people that say we're not having an inflation, this is up from 12,000 some odd 2 years ago because of cost of materials, cost of labor, and the postage. It's heavy postage, and the postage rates since that time have went up over 10%.
Now, Kevin, on your bill, it showed, 17,754 total
Yes.
with the postage added in. So
Yes.
the rice is part of the bill is only 12,000.
Yes. And
So-
they do all the sending
Okay.
and tabulating
But now-
and saying this is
But you said last time it was 12,000,
last time.
so did the last time include the postage too?
It included the postage, but it
Okay.
did not include that collating, because we've switched to just doing that ourselves. In the non-election year, we have time to update our rolls to make sure that they cook with that. The only problem we're having, as I expressed to the senator, I was just talking to him about it, that Secretary of State runs the elections. Well, our current Secretary of State fired the ERIC system, which is what told us if somebody was from out of state and they went to out of state, they would then tell us, well, so-and-so just filed a vote in Mississippi, and so therefore you take them off your rolls. Well, we don't have that, so we've got that problem right now, because they fired somebody with no substitute. So right now, if somebody moves to another state, they don't.
They're
have-
still registered here.
And they're so worried about counting by hand, they, I can tell you where the fraud possibilities are, and it's not that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, we gotta do it.
Okay. Do I have a motion to accept this?
Make a motion, we accept, for the county clerk, election canvas, Edward J. Rice for $17,743.03 for 2 years.
Now redo your dollar number.
Sorry, 17,754.
Yeah.
Oh, three.
Don't forget that over.
Sorry, for 2 years.
Second.
I'll second that.
Question?
Let me take one other point. It's gonna be done until March. We're gonna do it right before the election, so that they're fresh. But we had to sign the contract for the end of the year to guarantee that rate. That's why we did that.
Okay, any other questions or comments? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Thank you. Okay, new position and salary, and adding this to the salary schedule. Park superintendent. We have a job description. We have, the whole ball of wax, I guess, that we need to get this set up. I have a motion to establish this position.
I'll make a motion, we create a new position of park superintendent and adding it to the salary schedule.
Okay?
And I'll second that, and what I want to talk on this is a must we have to do, because in the future, right now, they are surveying it, we've got our lot laid, and in the future, when we go after grants, this position will actually coordinate, work with them, and the grants we're going after were more adequate. They will pay this salary as we develop the park. So this is kind of a must position we needed. The park will bid next month, and we need him in on the ground floor, and this will help us in the future for developing grants and developing the park. Bridget, did you have anything you want to add to that?
We keep saying him, it's not necessarily a him.
It could be a her, yes.
Okay. Amber,
Is this a salaried or an hourly position?
salary.
Salary.
Did I put
that in
there,
Is part of the qualification gonna be that person is a certified police officer? Do you know
No,
that?
no.
Not as of now, no.
It'd be nice to work for something like that, but it depends on what you get. What's out there?
Would he qualify possibly go through you to be commissioned?
Yeah,
Or her?
and that's why I'm
Yeah.
asking.
Him or her, yeah, okay.
That person would have to be certified with the state.
Okay.
Okay,
Yes, and I threw that 45,000 in there, and that, you were on for 45,000, right, Carrie?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
45,000 even?
45,000 either.
Okay, any other questions? Bob?
How soon will this individual be hired?
Well, we'll have to advertise.
I mean, immediately?
Well,
on the new budget.
we would like to get him in on the new budget
Okay, any other questions? All in favor, aye?
now. Aye.
Okay,
Did
we,
you
Did you get the job description last time you were talking about?
we've got it, I don't have it here, but we've got it, 3 pages.
And that's what we did to create the new position, to have that out there.
We went out to other counties that have this. I think Cape County had the best, job description. We don't know how many parks they have.
There's quite a few qualifications for it. He's gonna be a busy, and, you know, prepping the park, knowing what's going on the trails, running equipment. I mean, there's a lot of job duties he'll have.
Put on website.
Any other questions? Dan?
Just, question, were there many states, many counties that had county parks in the state?
Well, we were really the only first-class county that didn't have one.
Is that right?
Yeah, Cape's got a big.
Yeah, they've got 2 or 3.
Boone County has a big part.
Many others.
Greene has a big, Jackson, St. Louis County, all the first class counties.
Right.
This is new to us, but we were the only ones that didn't have it.
Good.
Any other questions? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Thank you. See you next week, right here. Other business, correspondence. Public comments.
I get a question. Did you ever get the grant for the drones?
I haven't heard back from him yet.
Okay.
Okay. Any other public comments? Departmental, yes.
I am here from the health department. Were we going to discuss the PDMP, or is that further down?
I was just gonna say, when we got down to department reports, I was gonna even
Wasn't that on the
introduce you.
consent?
That was on the consent agenda.
Yeah, and I have the forms here.
Okay, I didn't
And
know.
I was going to let him know that thank you for coming, and it's Kate, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so Kate is with the mental health, listen to me, the health department, and thank you for coming by, because we had some questions on that, and so we've got them, but I'm glad you were here, and if you got anything to say about the health department?
Just hang around after me.
Okay.
Is there anything you want to add about the health department? Okay.
I'm a stand-in today, so
I
I just
know,
want to
well,
make sure I
thank
have
you
my
for
back
being
up.
here.
More of a sit-in.
Listen, Linda told us that she had something going on, so thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
Any other departmental reports?
Yeah, I've got just a couple things here. One, filing started for the April elections today, as of 9:30. When I was over there, there were a total of 0 in here, but the school boards are accepting theirs in their own places, and most of the cities are. We take them for some, and take them for the ambulance district and health department, that type of thing. And then election, we have to be open, that's on your.
I've got a slide
agenda
on
there.
that coming up.
Okay. Under department reports then, and one thing, Toys for Tots, the Marines, retired Marines, they tell me you're never really a retired Marine, but they have formed an organization in this county, and they've started the Toys for Tots drive. A lot of you that work in the building know that there's a box down
Box
there.
out
They'll
there.
be picking them up. Linda, do you know when they'll be picking them up?
It runs through the 15th, so.
Runs to the 15th, so we expect.
Box looks full.
And next week we
Still
have our
going for more.
gathering, right? Do you have a slide for that too?
What?
We have our gathering next week. Do you have?
No, I don't know.
We might
For the
make
lunch.
mention
Yes.
after next week's.
After next week's meeting, we will have we call it holiday meal. And it'll be out in the foyer after the meeting, and all of our meeting attendees are welcome, along with all the employees.
It might be more, I mean, we probably won't have it picked up till 11, so I mean, it might be more like 11:30 by the time
Okay.
we're actually, I just don't want people waiting
So
around.
that's when you'll have your cooking done.
And you go get work done before we eat,
Yeah.
after the
All right.
meeting,
So you will be done with the cooking by that time.
so.
We started that. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for bringing that up.
Brad has 6 times a night.
Okay. Thursday's Pearl Harbor Day. Something that more and more people don't remember anymore. Congratulations. You won
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, hey, well, yeah, we want to congratulate the Central Rebels, which, you know, I graduated from Farmington, but I actually live over there. My son played for them. And what an accomplishment that these guys have done. The team, the coaches. We finally got a state champion in football here. And they did it in, I'm not going to say dominating fashion. They had a very good bunch of athletes. They got up 26-0 at half, and at a small school, you basically have to play both ways. So they held on to their lead, what they was planning on, and beat the Seneca team out of Seneca, which was the number 2 rated team in the state, 48-34. So hoorah to them guys. I'm tickled for the coaches and all the people over there and the players. And I want to really give them a thumbs up for winning the state championship.
Well, you said you graduated from Farmington, but this is an area-wide thing. This is great, because all the parents, you know, you probably went to school or something.
I go individually.
You do, but
you know, you go, you root for your team, but
you do. But then when it comes to the playoffs, you see who's in the playoffs, and there's a lot of.
I really think that this is the first football playoff ever won by a team in the county. State playoff, right, Mark?
I think so.
I think North County's been there. Farmington
We've had a
has
couple
got to
teams
the
beat
quarters.
A state championship.
It's that hard to win a state championship. It's
There's also,
very.
so Joe Bryant, I think that's Joe Blair. He
Yeah, that's
actually-
him.
His performance that he had, I don't know if you guys heard, 7 total touchdowns, 350.
348.
He's
whatever.
actually up for National Player of the Year. So if you guys,
Yeah.
there's links out there you can vote on. It'd be pretty cool to have a kid from our county actually win. You know, we
That'd be
get
awesome.
overlooked a lot.
Has he
in
committed
smaller
to any
counties.
place yet?
So, no, he basketball and football. He's still got basketball season coming. He's
Well, and
actually-
they're
basketball
difficult
is-
to
well,
get
tough
to
for
those
basketball and
games.
football.
Yeah.
But
Uh,
anyways, if you can see, if you find that link out there, it's going around Facebook and everything else. Take the time to support that. That's pretty cool. to have
He's a
kid.
very good athlete.
We don't get recognized here very often in St. Francis County for our student athletes, so it'd be pretty cool to have a national.
And that's Joe
link. Joe Smith, yes.
Smith, right.
Oh, I'm sorry, Joe Bryant.
Wait, Joe Smith played for North
Yeah,
County?
Joe Bryant.
And it's Bryan?
Yeah, Bryant.
Bryant, okay.
Well, his records will, I mean, I don't know if you follow football. You know, I got to watch Ezekiel Elliott play over at Park Hills about 5 years ago, and individually, you know, he basically won the game the second half. This is the type of athlete we have here, and we've watched Ezekiel for the Cowboys for years. So,
Well, yeah, but you
Very
know,
good athlete.
Joe's been going to that school since he was in elementary.
Yeah.
Ezekiel only started going to
Yeah.
that school in
Yeah.
high school. I just want you guys to know the difference. It's hard to play against schools
We
like
do
that.
congratulate Central.
yeah.
And proud of them.
Yeah.
Okay, filing for Kevin. Take over.
Yep, as said, we start filing. Now, we'll be filing through the 26th, so our office will be open on the 26th, which is, I just want to make aware of that because I'm sure we've got a policy in our manual on what the overtime is, that, but we'll be working, that's the day we're all off, and the county's off, but we have to legally be open till 5 that day.
And this is the one that changed, correct, Kevin? 'Cause it
Yes,
was,
they moved
it
it back
went into
last year, and that's what I
January.
met with, two of the superintendents. They moved it up, and they, those two, assuming the other would like us to start taking the app, because now the filing is over the Christmas break, and they don't want to, manning the administration offices just to wait for somebody to come in for filing. They would like us to do it, so that's, we'll probably be doing this starting
They're
next
all
year.
on the holiday vacation.
Not this year, that will be next year, if we do.
Okay. Due to schedule conflicts, the posted meeting for the closed meeting after this will not happen. We'll do that sometime today. Okay, holiday
No,
closing
we'll
notice,
close, yeah.
we will close on Thursday, July 4th for Independence Day. And that's true. But I thought that with the warmer weather, it'd change your focus in your mind. I just brought that out, okay. Any other departmental reports?
I'd just like to note Feezer Road is currently closed for bridge replacement, probably for a month or so.
Okay, which, wait, not the new one.
No. It's a box culvert. Box culvert.
Okay, this is, between, the bridge, the new bridge and,
Old Fredericktown and
Colmeyer and Fredericktown.
okay.
It's gonna be closed a month.
That's what, is that a mile through there?
Yes.
Okay. All right, okay, any other departmental reports?
I make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.